What is this? Trespassers? Here in the digital plane? And now they've dared to pull one of the data trains to a halt with their ship? No, 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 no. I, the Mailer Daemon, shall not let this stand. Prepare yourselves, Chaos. Things are about to get good chaotic.
The train has stopped. What happens next?
BB is going to use the dam and take a shot at the 60% of the train that's still active, because we've only shut down 40% of it, and try to kind of bubble it with either slime or a digital bubble, so that if the slime monsters come out, they're kind of stuck in that nexus space. They can't come all the way to the vagabond.
Okay, here's what I'm going to have you do. I'm going to have you make a roll on the slime table. And,
hold on.
And then I'm going to have you make some sort of attack roll of sorts to contain the remainder of the train. Now, remember, Chase is on the back and the Mailer Daemon is there too. But let's
are they on the active part of the train or the kind of the dilapidated part of the train?
There is only active train left. Other sections of the train have been jettisoned behind.
Okay. And then slime die. What sided die are we?
Roll 2 dice and add the total together.
I was going to try to use one of my other big die, but that's okay. Yes. 7.
Okay. Now, go ahead. And what kind of roll are you going to use for this? This is going to be a desperate great effect.
Okay. Sounds like a rig. Let me just read the definition of rig again. Rig together mechanical solutions, disable, modify, repair, create mechanisms, disable, trap, pick a lock, or crack. Yeah, rig explosives.
Sure.
Kind of.
Yeah,
because it's a mechanical solution.
I'll allow it.
Oh, I'm just thinking. That's all I'm saying. Well, we've got a 2 in that, friend, so that means we get to roll 2 die and get the highest one. So let's hope, baby, don't.
I love this new character that you're playing, your little dice gremlin character.
I love Mechanical Solution. They were so good.
Oh God, yeah.
Truly.
I'm so sad when they broke up.
Yay. 5 and a 4, so we'll take the 5.
Oh, yeah.
That's not bad.
Okay, BB, you're standing on the end of the ramp and you load one of your slime canisters into your weapon built into the dam. And you see that the Mailer Daemon is staring down both Chase and the Vagabond, and you fire at the train. And in midair, the slime pod explodes and ends up covering the back 2 trains. So where Chase is and the Mailer Daemon are now covered in slime. Joe, go ahead and roll 2 dice right now.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what the first slime was.
Slime!
Ooh, it's a 10.
Oh, no, what are the individual?
Oh, 6 and 4.
There's a 6. Okay, good.
Oh.
We all explode.
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah. The slime is perfectly coated on those 2 trains as well, but you're not going to know what kind of slime it is yet.
Do I have a pretty good idea of what kind of slime it is?
No, you don't.
On me? Okay.
No, you don't. That is actually the good solution to it. You not knowing what it is right now. But 2 segments of the train are
I don't know if I agree with that.
Better the devil you know than the slime that you don't.
I'm sleeping in a cup holder right now, so I'm going to leave it to the other members of the team.
You could do something.
I'm comfy in the cup holder, actually. It's nice in here.
I think they're knocked out a little.
I don't think that I'm powerful enough to face down the Mailer Daemon on my own, and I know that my compatriot that was on the train had to go back for repairs. So what I'm gonna do, since I'm stuck in slime right now, I'm gonna like put 2 fingers to the front of my mask and make a whistle sound, even though I'm technically not able to put my finger in my mouth and whistle. That's what's happening, and I'm summoning my whatever we're calling the replacement for our personal vessels in this. I'm calling it my mount, but
I love that.
I'm summoning it from the Vagabond, and the goal is to like have it kind of like rip, like to snag onto it and pull me out of the slime.
Yep. you're able to make the whistle. This is a pre-established command that you did, and it drops out of the Vagabond's moon pool. What does your personal vehicle look like?
It's kind of a cross between a Vespa and a Sea-Doo. Like, it's basically a hovering sort of scooter bike kind of thing, and it's almost vaguely horse-like. It's kind of, if we're doing a train chase in a strange universe, I want to have this kind of digital, this robotic horse, basically. So yeah, it has the cool, like, long, it's not like, it has like the cool long seat of like a Vespa, or like a more of like a Sea-Doo, like a long running thing. So that if I had to throw a passenger on the back, I could, but it does have that cool, fun, like, design at the front of it. And it has 2 headlights that almost look like eyes. And it is a combinations of purples and pinks and oranges.
Oh, I like that.
It's like a very sunsetty color.
Okay, I'm going to have you make
Wink. All right.
I'm going to make you do a roll to see how gracefully you can board this. So this is going to be a risky limited.
Okay, I think this will probably be a scramble based on what scramble is, like getting to safety. And so, okay, I'm going to roll scramble. I got a 4, so I got a success with the complication.
Oh, not bad.
Great. The vehicle comes speeding to you, and you know it's coming. And without even looking, you sort of like lift up one leg to like jump onto it, and you are pulled free of the slime. However, once you are pulled free, the slime activates, and you are teleported 70 feet in the air.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry, what slime was this then?
randomly teleporting slime.
Randomly teleporting slime.
Nice.
Horrible.
Okay, I mean, I am on a flying vessel, so I'm not too terrified by this. I see this as an absolute win. So I'm gonna start speeding towards the front of the train, because now I've gotten myself clear distance away from the Mailer Daemon, who is still inside the slime. So
Go ahead and make a roll.
Okay.
I love this.
I think this is still scramble, because I'm trying to get to the front of the train. So
Okay, this is going to be risky standard.
because my feeling is that we've been working our way up from the back of the train forward, but while the train is stopped, if I go to the front, I can work my way backwards, and we're actually making the threat less likely to hit the thing first. So, all right. I got a 6.
You got a 6.
Yeah.
I got a 6. That is a 6 on the dice. Best day of Chase's life.
Riley, quick question. Sorry, what was the number on
That was a 6, Ben.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
It was a 6 and a 5.
Oh,
11.
you rolled an 11.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
The 6 is what matters, though.
Because you have a bird's eye view now, it is very easy for you to make that trajectory to avoid the Mailer Daemon. And you actually see the Mailer Daemon look up at you, surprised that you have teleported up there. And go, what? And
I blow a kiss.
Yeah.
And I wink.
You blow a kiss and wink, and then you teleport to the front of the train. So you are actively at the front of the train.
I slam a glitch on the front of the train as fast as I possibly
I
can.
love that.
Okay, go ahead and make this is going to be a scrap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's going to be risky standard.
While Riley's rolling, BB realizing this, she puts on the comm. All right, everybody, looks like the back end is with what I call my caliente slime. That means you are going to move wherever. I can't tell you where.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I forgot we don't get XP for failures, but I did not. I did not succeed on that roll. I did take 2 2s. So
Oh,
my luck ran. The dice were like, oh, you think that 6 was still hot, huh?
Yeah.
Well, so what else we got?
yeah.
You are coming down a lot hotter than you anticipated, especially with the
Part of the
teleport.
course.
And you go to throw one of the glitches onto the front of the train, but once again, you are randomly teleported, and it is a quick succession of teleports, and you appear right above the Vagabond, and then you appear on the side of the train, and then you appear about 3/4 up the way of the train, and you lose your glitch, and then you are teleported underneath the train tracks.
Okay, under the tracks.
Yes, yeah. Not in a that you're about to be run over, but because there's actually no support system or anything like that. So you are underneath right now.
Oh, so I'm not like underground. I'm like in the air.
Yeah.
Tracks like
It's
elevated.
like a monorail kind
Yeah,
of
hovering.
monorail.
monorail.
Monorail. Okay.
say it again.
Okay. I'm gonna shout over the comms. Hey, Beebs, how long does this thing last?
Oh, well,
That answers my question. All right.
BB just twiddles her tiny little thumbs back and forth inside the dam.
I think that I will let someone else go because I've done a
yeah.
few things. I could keep going, but I want to let other people have time.
So I'm still. I can't really go anywhere myself because I'm piloting the ship. I fly the ship, but I do have Brian the Urbot, who's my little guy, and I have my mount. So I'm gonna tell Brian, get on the mount, get out there, and help distribute the glitches. So my mount, I think my mount is kind of Harley Davidson-esque, but instead of the wheels being like facing forward, they're sideways like the DeLorean.
Yes.
For hovering purposes. And I think the minute that Brian like hovers onto the bike, it immediately like scales down to his proportions. And then he's just gonna zip out off the cargo ramp past BB, down towards the bike, down towards the train, to try to help distribute glitches.
Let's see if that works.
I just decided it does.
No. I'm going to say that this is a command.
It's a command.
Yeah.
Okay.
Risky standard because this is your bud.
I only have one in command. So I think what we've decided already here is that I'm going to change dice, actually. Use a different dice.
I hear the Rainbow Road like theme song is Brian just like.
Hang on 1 second. Can I have a little privacy, everyone?
Yeah.
Hey, Dice, how you doing? Hi. I need this is my first roll of the session. I need it to be good. And there's a lot riding on this. So if you could do me a favor and be a good number. Thank you. I love you.
Hey, you hear that? You hear that?
Oh my gosh, Ben, I would love to do that. Please roll me. Whee!
It's a 5! It's a 5. Positive affirmations.
Hey, my dice, did you see what just happened there? See the love that was given and the rolls that happened? Can we just maybe lean into that in the future? Thanks.
Brian follows your commands exactly as you described it. So Brian is now riding the mount and heading towards the back of the train.
Brian on the storm.
Holy.
The rider Brian.
Trip, go ahead and make a helm check. This is a desperate standard.
Helm. I have 2 for helm. Hi, you are crushing it, by the way, so far, Dice. Let's carry this forward. Yeah, let's do this.
Oh my gosh, Ben,
Okay.
I would love to.
6!
The vagabond holds true.
Heck yeah, the dinosaur is a 6.
Even though you were
I love
a
that.
bit distracted giving Brian the instruction, your hands have not wavered.
Amazing.
I will continue to make voices for those dice because so far it's working for us.
I just checked to make sure the dinosaur wasn't the 1. There was a 1 on the other side. Okay.
Oh,
we're
it's a
good.
skeleton. That means it's a 1.
Yeah. It says fuck. That's clearly a 6, right?
The talking moose says you got a failure. All right.
I think, this is going to be risky. BB's.
Well, actually, Dan will decide.
Yeah,
what time
Dan
it
decides.
is.
Could be desperate. We don't know.
If it is, we get gambits.
So if the Mailer Demon figures out that if he moves in the slime, he can teleport, which he hasn't, thank the goddess. So BB is going to try to wrap him up with wire or rope, whatever I have, so that he cannot move, because teleporting Mailer Daemon sounds worse.
Cool. So you want to sort of fire like a bolo kind of...
Kind of like how Luke with the AT-8. Yes, I am the Y-Wing. And they are, yes.
Great. Go ahead and
You
make...
ever see a really old movie?
I just, for the folks at home, she knows it's a snow speeder. She's just testing you.
Oh, damn. That's right. I was going to correct myself. I was like, is it an A-Wing instead?
No.
It's an
Joe.
ice buddy.
I thought you were saying AT. I thought you were saying the AT-AT like the walker. That's what I thought you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Wait, which one is this?
Do you want to retake it so we don't get letters?
Yes.
I think it's the little ATR vehicle that Picard drives in Nemesis.
Actually, we should just keep this all in and I'll just roll. Dan?
I'm going to call this a scrap roll, and it's going to be a risky standard.
Oh man.
The slime is
okay.
actually
Yeah.
making it a little easier.
Yeah. Oh boy. Come on, baby. Don't let me down. 5!
Don't let me
Yeah.
down.
I don't know if y'all heard it, but it when I threw it down, it was on
That was
its
haunting.
angle, and it
went
thudded.
It like
It
The
was
dice turned 90 degrees in midair. I've never seen anything like it. Wow.
Incidentally, can I show the dice remote control that I have?
Wow.
well then hey, from a couple rolls ago, I want to say I have some thoughts.
Sorry, it was downloading a firmware update. I couldn't
okay.
help you then. I'm sorry.
There.
I can also point out that saying nice things to our dice is working so far.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
keep that going.
way to go, guys. Winner,
I
winner.
celebrated my dice's victory and then it screwed me over. So I don't know if I feel the same way.
Well, there's such a thing as too much confidence.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, Jan, go on.
BB takes aim and fires, and your aim is true, and this wraps around the Mailer Demon. What in good... And he immediately teleports, and he is now standing on top of the vagabond.
Sick.
Uh-oh.
Cool. So remember how I said Killsphere was asleep earlier? I lied. Folks who are listening last
I
week.
was sleeping as a clever ruse.
I lied. Yes.
It was a clever lie.
Do you think it's really me? Ha, it is.
The charging light is like finally fully red instead of just the like slow up and down.
Yeah, the little, just Killsphere sitting there in the cup holder and you just hear, dong. Yeah.
Earlier, it was doing the thing of like, well, normally the battery doesn't run to zero, so we're not fully charging you right now. We're holding you, and then you're like, no, fully charged right now.
Yeah, Killsphere, fully charged, actually awake the whole time, rises out of the cup holder and is going to go to the weapons station and dock into the, I just imagine like a little crater that Killsphere just sort of like locks into.
Mm-hmm.
Great Foley, by the way.
I try. Yeah, and I'm going to aim the front weapons at the Mailer Daemon, who's standing on top of the ship.
Ooh, close range. I like that.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll. This will be, I'm going to call it risky limited. It's only limited because you don't usually fire something that's on, but I'm going to allow you to do it.
Okay, so do I need to roll with the ship or with myself?
Use your stats.
Mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's going to be a scrap roll.
Heck yeah. Ooh, that's good news. All right, I have 3 in that, so I'm going to roll 3 on the guys. I got a 5.
Good stuff.
You take aim, and the Mailer Demon is covered in slime and wrapped up and has just been teleported, so is very distracted, and you are able to fire, and you hit him square in the chest, sending him flying towards the front of the train, and he's smoking from that one. However, the hit did break him free of both BB's capture and the slime. So he shakes himself off and goes, "Oh, you may have gotten a lucky hit on me, but that shall be the only one."
I fire again.
I was gonna say, can BB also fire from her position?
The old Chase variant move. Like, shoot him again.
He's literally begging me to do it.
You can't monologue here. We can only monologue.
I'm going to have this be a team roll that BB is going to assist Killsphere on.
Cool.
So, BB, why don't you go ahead and make your scrap roll first?
Oh boy.
And while they're rolling, everyone at home doesn't get to know that Dan thinks this is so badass. He just did double devil horns while he was telling them to do it. It was like, this is rock and fucking roll right here.
Okay.
We just entered the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And this will be risky standard for you.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Let me down.
She let me down.
Oh.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
My shot misses.
Okay.
So
Here's where I think people are going wrong, is you are just telling your dice, don't let me down, don't fuck this up. You need to let your dice know that you believe in them, that you trust them, that this is a partnership. That's how I'm getting those 5 and 6s.
I did say I believe in you, and that's when I got the 5 last time.
Yeah,
so
you mix it up. You gotta say something. You gotta be affirmative as opposed to don't just lay down your expectations. You gotta let the dice know that you believe.
It's my Asian parent coming through.
Killsphere, take a point of stress because of the failure on a team ever. Gonna put a pin in that 1 until Killsphere makes their roll.
Cool.
Don't let us down, podcast buddy.
Risky standard.
Got it. Hey, Dice, we didn't talk earlier, and I just wanted to have a quick chat over here. Just a little Dice chat. You just do your thing. You're going to do whatever. It's fine. Live your life. I don't care. I got a 6.
Yeah, that was amazing, actually.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Way to take the pressure off your dice as well. I think that definitely helps. I think we're all learning a lot about dice relations today.
Killsphere, you fire just a perfect shot at the Mailer Demon, and you send him flying so far into the distance that he's not going to be a problem for a little bit, especially because you are standing still. However, BB, because of your 1, your gun is gooped up with slime. And even though you were able to fire the other shot right now, you get a massive amount of feedback, and there is an explosion from your gun, and you're going to take a level 1 harm, but you are also going to be thrown from the Vagabond right now.
Right now, your gun is like, hey, BB, we have some thoughts about your performance. So if you could just sit right down, we're going to go ahead and just give you some of our thoughts about
the
massive amount of feedback.
Is just she pushes the wrong button by like mistake, and it's a slime canister instead, and it does exactly what you're saying. It gives a kickback, but so much so that you see like her and the tiny DM just go like off of the little
Yeah. So
vagabond ledge?
write down that you have.
I've got 2 harms because I have one from last time. So,
Okay.
Level 1, yeah.
You are now falling, so I need you.
I'm falling?
Yes, because you just got blown from the
I have
ramp.
rocket boosters. I would like to engage them, please.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll. So
Is
because
it 2? Because like I have 2 rocket boosters, so it's 1 dice each or what?
no, you're gonna choose the ability like you normally do.
Okay.
However, because when you built the damn boosters, you did get a 3 on it. So
Right.
first, I'm gonna have you make a roll just for the boosters themselves, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna have you make your attempt to save yourself.
Okay.
So go ahead. Let's just call it 2 dice to begin with.
Yeah. And then I was going to use a scramble because it feels like a scramble.
Okay, but yeah, we're gonna
Like 2 dice? Okay.
Yeah, 2 dice.
Oh, shit. It's both a 1. Both of them are 1, so my boosters don't kick in.
They do worse than that. They both explode. So you have lost your boosters.
Okay.
You are now going to take a level 2 harm.
No.
You are basically on the verge of being knocked unconscious right now because you just
gonna
took
say
2
that.
explosions and you are falling to the ground and you hit the ground hard. I'm not going to give you.
Can I intervene?
Yes.
Since I'm under the train,
Yes,
here's
you
what
are.
I want to do. I want to, because I have my rope from grappling hook. I want to hook myself onto the bottom of the train, and then I'm going to send my horse mount thing back to catch BB, so she doesn't hit the ground. It like catches her.
Save
Go
me,
ahead and make a roll.
Tarzan.
That's-
Okay.
Oh, this is.
That's sick as hell.
I just see like a.
Hey, girls.
Ah!
I know we've been through some rough times today, good and bad, but my girl BB's in trouble right now, and you are the only thing standing between her and total annihilation. So I just want to ask you, so just like, hey, be hot girl, be bad girls, be good girls. Come on, just make it happen.
This is going to be desperate limited.
Okay, so we get a gambit. All right. I got a 6.
Yes!
I am not done.
Girls,
I am
girls,
not Don
girls.
Cheadle in Avengers.
Yeah.
You know what's hot?
You.
You are some hot girls. All right.
Yeah, BB, you are falling to the ground and you are about to lose consciousness when all of a sudden the mount catches you and sends you back upward, and I'm going to have it deliver you right back to the cargo bay of the ship.
All right. I am now, I think this, because I was going to do that anyway, but now the mount thing is part of it, because I feel like I'm leaning into my thrill seeker a little bit here, because like Chase is like, wait, I can climb on the bottom of a train and deliver bombs. So that is what I'm doing now. And so I'm like, my feeling is, if I'm under the train, that actually gets me out of where I'm visible to the Greeblies or whatever they are, like the like they're. So I'm
Dan, write down the Greeblies. We
Yeah.
need to keep that for later.
whatever they are.
William
like,
Hartnell era
I'm-
Doctor Who villain.
Yeah. Cosplayers somewhere going, that's what the, yeah. So I am now like climbing along the bottom of the train, kind of like harnessed to it a little bit. And my goal is to like keep putting glitches as I go.
She is Mission Impossible.
Yep. Yeah. So you had been hanging from the grappling hook and you Batman zip line up
Yeah.
to the underside. And
Dan, Batwoman, please.
any of the Bat family.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You Bat family.
It's Chase variant, so let's just be honest. It's probably more Harley Quinn than anybody.
Yes.
And you are on the underside and you reach into the messenger bag full of glitches. Go ahead and make a roll, please.
Okay.
Quick question while you're doing the roll. Does Chase have all of the glitches?
She has the messenger bag.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the vast majority of them.
Hey girls, you did a really good job, my friend BB over there. But now I need your help.
And this
Let's
is risky
go,
standard.
girls.
Thank you. Let's make this happen. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and spend a gambit because I think I want this to happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get to roll 3, right?
Smart.
And I got a 6, and so I think that gambit was worth spending.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
And hey, I just want to give my ladies a shout out. You all did great, and I love you. And yeah, thank you, babes.
They're
All right.
going out tonight.
Yep, you are able. You're able to plant one of the glitches, no problem. You're going to fill in another pie piece of the corrupted train, so you're at 50%.
All right, and then I also get a desperate action. I was doing scrap.
Trip, go ahead and make a helm roll.
Helm! And then I want to do something with Brian after that. So Helm is 2 of my dice. My 2 dice, my good friends. You've been crushing it so far. I don't want most of this episode to just be us affirming our dices, but dice. Dice is already plural. Anyway, I'm stupid, but you're brilliant, and you can do this. I believe in you. No pressure. Let's do this.
Hey, Ben, this is your dice. Be nicer to yourself.
Okay. Well, the affirmations have worn off.
You know what? Here's what it is. as Dan pointed out, you were being mean to yourself, and the dice were like, "Hey, if you can't love yourself, we can't love you."
Okay, so I rolled 2 2s.
Mm.
I rolled a 2-2.
The dice defect.
I've been there.
The vagabond explodes.
No.
The combination of gunfire and BB's weapon exploding have jostled the vagabond. The grappling hook still holds on. However, for a moment, the boosters on the vagabond do not hold, and the train is able to lurch forward very quickly. You are still attached, and you are able to pull it to a stop, but Chase, you have to make a roll to hold on right now.
Yep, fair enough.
You got to hold on to what we
Hold on to what we.
This is going to be a desperate limited effect.
Hold on for one day.
I got a 5, so that's the complication.
You after you plant that glitch, you feel the train on a start like that, and you lose partial grip. You did say you have a harness, so I'm going to say that you are basically free dangling.
Oh
right
yes,
now.
hell yeah!
But it's going to be you're kind of in a really precarious kind of position, so it's going to be a little challenging to get yourself.
And this is the moment where Brian the Urbot drops down underneath the train to where Chase is, and the mass of the vehicle, that when the vehicle had shrunk to Brian's proportions, a kind of a sidecar of sorts kind of scoops outward like a chip bowl, and Brian waves to Chase to throw some glitches from the train.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
How many are we going to get?
It's an infinite bag, so however many
infinity.
Brian wants.
Okay, cool. What's infinity divided by 2? Does anyone have a calculator?
6.
Oh, okay, cool. So I have 6.
So while you are hanging underneath, you open up the messenger bag and just drop a couple onto Brian.
I think maybe
a handful. Yeah.
Should Brian help stabilize you a little bit, or are you enjoying this too much?
That is up to Brian. I would say Chase is. I'm in thrill seeker mode right now, so I'm like, I got this. I'm good. So
I think Brian's going to respond to that and kind of get close enough for you to throw glitches into the hole, but not so close that it interrupts your U time.
I'm picturing Chase like penduluming, so that like from Brian's perspective, it's just Chase being like, "Hey, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's some glitches."
It's like the polar opposite of the King of the World scene from Titanic.
Yeah. I saw her as being a little bit more secured, but I think maybe I was more secure until the train came to a move and I swung a little bit. Yeah. There's actually 4 more chases and I hit them and then they swung and they
I like to think of the pass off as like the little coin game that you play at like Chuck E. Cheese and stuff, where you're shooting it and you're trying to get as many coins to like fall down at the bottom. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I have infinite glitches in the bike.
Yeah.
Well, no, you only have half.
Half of infinite.
Half of infinity.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Brian is I don't want to monopolize this turn, but Brian is definitely going to try to move to a train that does not yet have a glitch on it to position himself to throw a glitch. But we can put a pin in that for now.
No, let's go ahead and have you make a roll for that.
Well,
right
then
now.
fine. What are we rolling for this?
Sounds like scrap or scramble. It's up to you. It's going to be a risky standard.
Okay. I mean, I have a 1 in both. I'm just going to have it be scramble. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
Hi, I'm using different dice this time, and I haven't switched because I don't trust those dice. I've switched because I think this is it's your moment. It's your moment to shine, and I know you can do this for me, little purple bisexual dice. I love you, and you got this.
It's the little kisses that get me every time.
It's a 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Brian circles around to make their way to the top of the train, and they are able to drop one of the glitches on there. However, it lands on one of the countermeasures that was about to spawn instead. So you take out that countermeasure, but the glitch does not hit the train.
Okay. I mean, that helps. I'm good.
At that moment, from the distance, you see speeding towards you at Superman speed.
Oh.
Jeez.
At full-on speed, you see a very angry Mailer Daemon who stops on a dime right in front of the cockpit and is just staring inside. He goes, "Which one of you is the one who's about to die?"
You. And I pull a pistol. No, I don't. I'm a pacifist. Killsphere, it's your turn to shine.
You first. I'm going to fire again at the Mailer Daemon.
Go ahead. This is going to be risky limited.
Okay. Oh, I've got a 4.
Oh, wow.
What's that for?
I also got 2 1s, and I still want to talk about it.
No, that's fine. 'Cause
Quick
it's just
question.
the
Sorry,
4.
I just want to make sure that it wasn't edited out. What was the nice thing that you said to your dice before you rolled it?
I didn't. I should have said something. You're right. I just trusted them.
That's why they said, fuck!
They're both like, Michael, you didn't kiss us. Where's our smooch?
You hit him again, but he kind of shrugs it off, and he looks right at all of you and says, "All right, enough is enough. It's time for a change of venue." And he throws his arms out, and it feels like reality starts spiraling a little bit, and you are where you were. However, everything else around you has shifted. You, the vagabond, the train, all of it are inside of this massive Gothic-looking hall with just an infinite corridor in front and behind you. It says, "Welcome to my realm, the Dead Letter Office."
He just super smashed us, bro.
This is some kind of infinity train.
Super smash cut.
Okay, write that one down, please.
This episode had a title coming into the record. Anyway,
Have you said it yet?
we were going to call it You've Got Mailer Daemon. And now we've got like 2 other spares that are really good.
I'm quite proud of Brian's on the Storm.
I like Super Smash Cut. It's very good.
So yes, you are now inside of the Mailer Demon's place of power. What do you do?
I want to see if I can get some either. So let me start this entire sentence and thought again with my mouth and brain at the same time. So the Mailer Demon is in front of the ship or on top of the ship?
In front of the ship.
And when you say in front, do you mean like hovering ahead of or like hovering kind of above the cockpit?
Hovering directly in front of the ship and the cockpit.
Okay, I want to ram him.
Oh,
Okay, doing so is going to cause slack in the grappler arm.
We're already starting to move forward a little bit, right?
Just that one time.
What if?
Roll well.
I'm not there to inform you of anything, but if you could hear a voice of Chase Variant in the back of your head, she would go, "Do it."
What?
I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought it was going to be like, "I'll get you, Beer Baron." No, you won't.
Yeah.
What if you were to just let off enough slack in the chain for the train to pull forward, and with that massive momentum, the vagabond would just be like a wrecking ball on the other side and just took.
Let's do it.
What if you just use Discord? It's kind of like Slack, but it's not nearly as intimidating or annoying.
Slack is Boomer Discord.
Yeah,
think
I know.
is the- yeah,
That's what I'm
let's
saying.
do it. Let's do the. I'm gonna do the thing that Joe said because it's a good
Okay.
technique.
This is going to be a desperate limited.
Okay, so I am going to gain. I'm going to mark XP for this per my sheet, per my previous email. I'm going to. This is going to be Helm. So I have 2.
Helm, yeah.
Helm, yeah.
No.
You do go.
No.
I am already doing it. I am going to use my Ace Pilot ability.
Mm-hmm.
So I have potency on all speed related rolls, and I would imagine there's a certain amount of speed happening here.
Yeah.
So that gives me 1 extra d6. Welcome to the chat, boys. Okay. And then, hey, you know what I could do? Could I spend a gambit?
You can do whatever the
Is
fuck you
everyone
want.
okay with me spending a gambit?
Do
to-
Now's the time.
All right, it's-
Now is the time.
Okay, the whole family is here. All 4 of the dice that I pulled out. Listen, hey,
Let's go.
I pulled all 4 of you out for this session because I believed in you. It's not that I didn't believe in the others, but you were specially selected from literally hundreds of candidates. And I
Amen.
know this is the moment, this is the hour, the time is now. And I know that between the 4 of you, you've got this. I love you, your family. Let's rock and roll. Okay.
This is the moment.
Okay, so the highest roll I got was a 4. I did get 2 1s.
Trip, you decide it's time to use the Vagabond as a wrecking ball. And yeah, it does that. You let up on the reverse thrusters enough to give a jolt forward, and the Mailer Demon does hit the front of the Vagabond very hard. He's going to be, it's going to be tough for him to move for the next turn. However, there is so much forward momentum that you are actually going to fill in 1 more of the download clock.
Oh,
That's fair.
oop.
But then you do come to a stop again.
I am going to use the fact that the train moves to my advantage to kind of like, I almost want to be like I'm on the bottom of the train. I almost want to be, I don't know which direction I'm facing or like where I'm at, but it's basically whichever direction there was more train in front of me than what I've already hit the glitch on. I want to like use my rocket skates to kind of like basically I'm riding the bottom of the train as if it's a rail.
Yep.
And so when the train starts to move, especially, I'm going to use that momentum. And basically what I'm doing is as I pass each new car, because I'm moving rapidly, I'm basically doing glitch. Like one hand is hooked onto this like grappling thing.
Yep.
Obviously there's a carabiner clip involved, but as I'm going, I'm just bam, bam, bam as I go.
Okay. Yeah, the way I've been picturing it is that you have sort of been hanging with your head is pointed towards the front of the train. So yeah, you're going to move towards the front of the train for that. This is going to be a desperate great effect.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and make your roll. This is I'm going to have you make rolls for each one that you plant. I'm going to give you up to 3 opportunities.
Okay. I think to kick it off, I'm going to push myself.
Ooh.
So I'm going to spend 2 stress. I had 1 previously from before I did some downtime, so I have 3 stress now. All right, here we go. All right, I got a 6 on that first one.
Yeehaw.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to go for the second one. I'm not going to keep spending stress, so but I'm going to do, well, I did generate a gambit because that was a desperate roll. So I'm going to use the one I just generated, and then it's going to come back with a new one. All right, so I got a 5 on the second one.
Nice.
First one, you are able to do. Like, you and Trip now are developing a bit of a shorthand. So, like, you even kind of understood what Trip was going to do with the ship, and you were able to hit one of the train cars on the way. I'm going to say that with the 2 of them together, I'm going to give you 1 more piece of the corruption.
Okay.
However, that's all you're going to get for it. I'm going to have you getting a whole piece of the corruption is kind of a big ask, and but you are stopped before you can get to a 3rd one.
Okay, that's fair. I like that. That is very fair.
How many segments do we have for corrupting now?
You have 6 of the 10.
Okay, so we're at
That's
6 of
not
the 10,
bad.
and the download clock we're at 4 of whatever it is. Right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure my notes are.
Okay, so that's my move. I have knocked that off. I'm good with that. Yeah, I think that's fair for the dice that I've got.
I'm concussed. I need to take a round out.
Okay, so you want to just, once you're on board, you just kind of want to bring yourself to the med bay?
It even says on level 2 harm that I'm supposed to take away one die.
Ooh.
It says -1d. So I think BB's hurting. The way I imagine it is that like she got, because there's so much room in the dam enclosure, like she got rattled around in there. It's like having a sports car or a racing car without the roll cage.
Mm-hmm.
So like we can only imagine what that's like. So she's probably pretty banged and bunged up right now.
The Mailer Daemon seems slightly occupied with getting hit by the ship. So Killsphere's going to turn the ship's weapons at the rearmost train car and try and just shoot it off.
Go ahead and make an attack.
Use 17 dice.
I got a 4, best one.
Your hit rings true, and you destroy that last train car. However, the grappling hook was still attached to that bit of the train, so the rest of the train goes rocketing forward as the vagabond goes flying back. But mark 1 more on the corrupt.
All right, so I have some regrets.
That is less than ideal.
And the train is in motion again.
Yes, it is. All right. Heck yeah.
Does this mean Chase goes,
I'm attached to the train, so wherever it's
you're
going, I'm along for the ride.
Holding on for dear life.
Yeah. Hold on to what we got.
And you just see the Mailer Daemon just start laughing. Like he's pressed up on the front of the cockpit window like a Garfield sticky and is just laughing. I told you the information always goes where I want it to go.
all right, now seems like a really good opportunity for me to pull back the grappling hook, and I'm going to do a barrel roll. I'm shaking this bastard off.
We're going Top Gun?
Cock of
We're
a
going
freak.
full Top Gun.
Let's go.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
Let's go, Iceman.
Or... Okay. What type of roll is this?
Risky standard.
Risky standard, you say? Okay. I have 3 in helm, 2 in helm. Would you consider this speed related?
I would.
Okay, I'm going to use my ace pilot.
Woohoo!
Hey, can I spend a gambit?
Yeah.
Do it.
Anyone else have a weird feeling of deja vu? Okay. All right. So I'm spending a gambit. So thank you so much, Riley. Appreciate you. There's a 6 in there.
Yeah, there is.
You do a perfectly executed barrel roll, and the Mailer Daemon goes flying and hits the side of the wall, but adjusts his own gravity so that he is now, like when he recovers, he is standing on the side of the wall, and he is looking real banged up right now. And he's going to jump off the wall and speed up to try to catch the train itself. But he's having a real bad time. Killsphere and BB, I need you to make rolls because you just got
1 or 2
barrel rolled.
Yeah.
But I'm a good pilot, and I had really good control of the ship, so they're definitely going to get potency on this roll. Right, Dan?
Yeah, I'll just have you roll 2 dice. We'll just make it a plain roll like
crud.
that.
It doesn't seem to matter for
I got
for
double
BB.
2.
I got a 6.
Hey.
It turns out a hovering sphere is really good at staying at one point while the ship around them does a
I
360.
I like to imagine the sphere is just in the middle, and they're there, and the ship
Yeah.
moves the
Oh,
sphere.
completely.
From the sphere's point of view, it's like staying
Yeah.
straight, and you just see the ship.
Killsphere, you're able to hold on no problem because you were sort of in the vicinity of Trip, so you could tell. BB,
the
because
cup
you have
holder.
been BB, because you had been kind of fading in and out of consciousness, you are not able to prepare yourself for this. And you are thrown around in the cargo hold so much that you are actually ejected from the dam. So you are
Damn.
still okay because you are inside the Vagabond right now, but
Right.
you won't be able to return outside into the digital plane right now. The dam is out of commission.
Totally. I would definitely put it that way too.
Did everyone see that? I did a perfectly executed barrel roll. Nailed it.
And you just hear.
You just hear like all the way from the cargo hold.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. That was nice.
I did not
was
notice.
shakier than a martini on a late summer night.
Chase, you are still hanging upside down, essentially from the bottom of the train, and right in front of you, like where the front of the train would be, and upside down, you see the Mailer Daemon just flying at speed, matching your speed, with arms crossed, legs together, just staring at you, be like, well, it looks like you've gotten yourself in quite a predicament, haven't you?
I'm ignoring him, and I kind of like. I go, hey, Brian, you got this? And then I ignore the Mailer Daemon, and I continue moving where I was doing and dropping glitches off on the train.
Go ahead and make a roll.
All right.
I'm going to do a thing with Brian after this, but hell yeah.
Risky standard.
Okay. The best I got was a 4, which is a success with a complication.
You go to place one of the glitches, and the Mailer Daemon just reaches out a hand and puts his hand there and takes it, and you can see that it is like sizzling in his hand, and he just throws it off to the side and says, looks like you'll have to try a lot harder in here, friend.
And then the Mailer Daemon sees and hears the revving of a virtual hovering Harley Davidson.
Is there a MIDI version of Born to Be Wild playing?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it's still Brian on the store. What are you talking about?
And then you see the face, the smooth black display face of Brian with the little pixelated eyes and a horn. The eyes kind of scroll away and a horn comes on, and then you hear this tinny wave file go. And then Brian revs towards the Mailer Daemon with a glitch in each hand and throws at the Mailer Daemon.
Make a roll.
Oh my
Nicole.
It's more of a Winnebago than a motorcycle, but it's still fun.
Still
I love it.
works.
No, it's good. All right, what am I rolling?
I'm going to call this Desperate Limited
Desperate
because
Limited?
this is a little outside of Brian's function, but I'm going to still allow it.
Okay, I think this probably falls under scrap.
Yeah.
So I have one of these. I am going to gain an experience in prowess because this is desperate. I'm only rolling one. Do I want to
Build a snowman.
use a
Go for it.
gambit? Okay, I'm going to spend a gambit.
Why not?
I have the skill Punch It, which when you spend a gambit on a desperate roll, it counts as risky instead. So this now becomes a risky
great.
roll.
Let's go.
And I rolled a 6!
Yes.
Yes.
Brian gets a hero moment.
Hell yeah.
And rather than actually throwing them, Brian comes in and clasps each of the robotic arms to the side of the head of the Mailer Demon and holds on, and the Mailer Demon screams in pain. It is a very, very unpleasant sound that echoes through this chamber that you find yourself in, and he basically has a face hugger on him right now. So he is really going to be occupied.
All right. Brian files the memory of this in an encrypted folder that Chip cannot access because Chip is a pacifist. And if he knew that Brian had committed violent acts such as this and the other ones, it would break his heart.
Plus, Brian wants to watch it later on to get off to.
Yeah.
I like that you were saying yeah before I finished the sentence, and it went a darker way than you thought it was going to.
No, I knew what I was getting into, Riley.
If the second that Mailer Demon is distracted again, I'm right back to what I was doing.
Okay. Risky standard.
Okay. Again, complications, but yeah, 4.
You are able to put one of the glitches onto the bottom of the train. However, and I'll give you a pie slice for that one.
Okay.
However,
So we're at 80?
you are at 80.
Thank you. Sorry, just want to check.
However, the Mailer Demon is flailing about and is in a lot of pain right now. And in his blind terror and everything, he is able to accidentally, of all things, he fires a blade, and the harness that is holding you drops.
Love it. Yeah.
And you are now falling.
Great. Love it. Okay. If I'm falling, I think at this point, the best thing I have available is my rocket skates to try to like push myself back up. I think I'm realizing that this Mailer Demon is too much of a threat to ignore him. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to try to rocket skate up with my staff, and I'm going to try to like jam it into him and kind of send like an electrical blast through him.
Okay. I'm going to call this Desperate Limited because you are going to be doing two things. You're going to sort of be having the wherewithal to activate and then make the attack.
I'm basically just like blasting upward with the staff above my head. Yeah. Okay, cool.
While that is happening, and I mean, I might have to spend flashback points for this. It's been percolating for a while. Is there somehow that the Vagabond can send out a very high-pitched sound? Because like when high pitches meet with electronics, it often causes distortion. So because we're in the digital plane, if it's a high enough frequency, it could cause them to glitch out in this point.
Oh yeah, can we pipe like AOL dial-up sound into the stream?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is there something within, and I'm fine to flashback for it, like the cargo bay that BB can hit like a button or pitch the idea to somebody up in the helm.
How about this? Rather than having it be a flashback, why don't you do this as a team action right now?
Okay.
Oh, great. I love that. So BB's going to go on the comms and say, now, I have a splitting headache, which might be something we can give this guy. If we can somehow send out the screechiest Dolly Parton tone that you can get out there as loud as we can, we might be able to shake him so much in his boots he falls apart faster than a sinner does in church.
I may have just the thing. And Killsphere is going to...
Chip's going to hand you the aux cable.
So,
You're going to plug it in. It's not going to go and you have to turn it around. This is despite the fact it's just a headphone jack.
It's just one of those little like rubber cover things that pops off.
Yes.
And Trip puts the aux cable in Killsphere.
Yes.
And Killsphere is going to pipe in every Killsphere podcast at once.
Oh.
And blast the Mailer Daemon.
Talk about noise to signal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to give you two the option right now. It can either be one of you assisting. Don't forget, every failure, Chase is going to take stress, but every success, you're going to get an additional die. So
Sure.
Give me that stress, guys. I'm okay
Let's
with that.
go. So we roll 2 dice or 1?
So you are going to help with
I will.
Is Killsphere also? Okay.
I'm in.
You
Do I get anything for handing the aux cable?
No, just flavor. I'm going to call this a...
Dumb as shit idea.
no, this is a great idea. This is going to be a controlled standard.
Alt delete? Yeah.
Controlled standard for the two of you.
Can I call this scrap?
Yeah.
It's a scrap
Well, you can call it whatever
or
you
a
justify.
tune?
Yeah, for you should pick something you're good at, probably.
A tune might be good, actually.
No, because that's for non-sentient.
The tune's the force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could just be...
I would argue for a tune only because we're in the digital realm and we are role-playing.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well
That's
done.
good.
Well done.
It's a Toontown.
6, motherfucker!
I got a 5.
Those are good rolls. It's good rolls, Brent.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 additional dice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Because you got 2 successes.
I'll take it. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, friends.
Yeah. Despite having a concussion, BB still
I got 2 6s.
Sorry.
with
Oh,
that.
no, it was 2.
I
That's
got
very good.
2 6s because my friends gave me extra dice and it was nice and I got 2 6s.
There was a minute though,
Special delivery.
I thought you had 3 6s for a hot second there, and then I was.
As a 3-6 mafia.
You just see the energies of Chase, BB, and Killsphere combined in the digital sphere.
The best
It's
part
like
about
a
it
Sailor
is
Moon.
Chase has no idea what you're doing. So she's just going. She's like living in the moment, and suddenly it's like, boom. It's like that THX boom.
Yes, or the Sonic detonators in episode 2.
Yes. Oh.
Yes, which is a shame because Sonic is a good dude. I don't know why they'd have to blow him up like that.
After this moment, Trip looks to the other end of the aux cable and realizes it was never plugged in.
The power was in you all along.
Riley, don't worry. For the episode 2, they used Ugly Sonic, so
Oh, that's fine.
no loss.
Sorry.
It was before the internet was like, what the fuck?
They blew up a cheeseburger from Sonic after Sonic expanded across the country to the point where their quality dipped terribly.
I'm really glad I'm here for this.
I can't believe of all the things, that's the one that broke Joe.
The thing that broke down. Hey, sometimes when fast food chains expand, their quality nosedives.
No fucking way!
What?
All right. So what? So I come up. This like disruption happens, and like right as it's happening, I connect with my staff, and you tell me what happens, Dan.
Yeah, well, first we're going to need Michael to record like 100 or so podcasts so I can make an audio file to drop right here.
Yeah, where would you get hours and hours of Michael talking into a microphone?
Yeah, so you want to dig up the old Geek Crash course archive? Is that what you need, you sick fuck? What else do you want? You want me to go to my high school fucking video project?
I wish they would use audio files from all of our own shows.
It'd be pretty sick.
But yeah, Chase, in a moment of just absolute clarity, even though you are falling from this high speed train, you are able. This is your happy place. You kick on your rocket skates, you brandish your staff, and you begin rocketing upwards. And just moments before you're about to strike, you see just the absolute integrity of the Mailer Demon's entire being begin to just like pulsate and vibrate, and it's like it's almost as if like you're seeing waveform activity like forming on them. And you deliver just this absolute killer strike that goes through their body and up into the train.
Yes.
And, the Mailer Demon is essentially now impaled to the bottom of the train.
Oh, I love it. I got a brand new pair of rocket skates. You got stabbed in the face.
You're now stuck to a train.
Yeah.
As that happens,
Mailer Demon. Can we put a pin in that?
I'm not gonna lie. I put a pin in that. It's not a terrible
That's
name for this
another good
episode
one.
title.
because of that, the dead letter office fades away, and you are back into the regular, void of the digital plane. So now the Mailer Demon is removed from his place of power. Like you got a crit on that. So that's
Sorry,
that's a
this was
couple
his
things.
place of power. We wrecked shop.
Yeah.
You're very good at what you do.
Yeah, this is like they go, hi, welcome to my home. Sorry it's a bit of a mess, but so am I. Like, wow.
I'm going to just keep shooting at the back of the train then, I guess, because everything else seems to be going great.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay.
Risky standard.
Eat this, train. I got a 5.
5's good.
Nice.
You are able to hit it a couple of times. It's not enough to fully detach that section of the train, but the back half is not looking great.
Nice.
Just spitballing here, if the train is information and information is data, and we've established that we can affect the data by injecting audio waveforms in it, is it possible to hack the train to reduce its top speed?
You can try. I'm just going to let you know it's going to be a very difficult roll.
I'm going to... I can't
It's
do
got
it
a
'cause
firewall.
I can't hack. You're firewalled.
I can.
I'm going to be like,
well, I'll see you
BB,
later.
hey, BB, hey, now that we know that all the stuff I just said to the GM a second ago, could you try to do that thing I just said to the GM a second ago?
I could definitely give it a shot. I'm a little concussed, but even on a bad day.
What's the head injury between friends, eh?
Exactly. Let's do this.
GM, of course, is the term for beep boop, the general management system of the ship.
Yeah.
I will say I'm at a 1D disadvantage, so I'm going to use a gambit to add it back so that I have both of my die for hacking.
Okay, this is going to be a desperate limited.
Make sure you take XP.
Ooh,
on
I
this
get
one.
another XP.
Oh, I didn't take my new XP for that desperate that I just.
Let's go, baby. Oh shit, I'm having a really bad day. That concussion was bad.
No.
Yeah, it's both a 1. He said it was gonna be hard. I would say what happens is that the concussion is hitting BB a little too hard, and so her little mitts just kind of flap on the
I'm
the
just
board.
picturing, that gif of the cat like doing that
Yes,
on the...
essentially that.
Yeah.
And then I would say probably the wooziness has taken her over, and she just kind of like, I should describe what that is. She kind of leans back, and it's like when you're too intoxicated, and they're like, "Can you put your head back?" She leans her head back a little bit, and it just kind of like takes her all the way down. And so now she's just flat in the vagabond car, like on the. Wow, I can't think right now.
You're concussed. It's okay.
I'm concussed. She's just got like 2 little thumbs up in the air. She's out and down for the count. I'm gonna say that's our 1.
When you go to send the file, unfortunately what it does is it breaks up the stability of the Mailer Daemon again, causing him to be freed from this impalement. Chase, you are still underneath holding onto the staff, but he just kind of phases through it, and you've never seen rage like this before, and he scoops to the top of the train, and he again is flying backward, keeping pace with the train, and he looks into the cockpit of the Vagabond and says, "Enough is enough. It's time for spam." And he lets his arms out, and hundreds and hundreds of digital envelopes that are as narrow and thin as blades come firing towards the Vagabond, attempting to rip it to shreds.
Thank you for listening to Good Chaotic. The Good Chaotic crew is Châu Kate Lê, Ben Paddon, Riley Silverman, and Michael Nixon. Our GM is Dan Peck. Our theme music was created by Daphne Sackler-Leeds. Follow us on social media at Good Chaotic Pod, or join us in our Discord to hang out with other fans, share fan art, and talk about the episodes. If you'd like to help support the show, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts, or by becoming a patron at patreon.com/goodchaoticpod. And also, tell your friends. It really helps us get the word out and get new listeners. Until next time.
That's enough.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I started singing to
As soon-
myself.
I know. I was fine, and then I didn't even see what you were doing. I just saw you voguing. I was like, no, it's gonna break me. It's gonna break me.
Nope.
And then I was like, I was fighting for my life over
I'm
here.
sorry. My brain decided that was the moment to do.
You know that
It's
photo
room
of that kid who's like, that was what you were doing.
Because I knew that if I started now, we would never get a room tone. 'Cause it'd be like that one time where I just could not stop, and I had to go sit on the stairs.
I was
'cause couldn't stop.
terrified,
Yeah.
yes.
I was like, Riley, you cannot.
The podcast is over.
But then it's
Yeah.
the seltzer on the pants thing where it's like, now
Yeah.
I can't not. Yeah. Okay.
You truly had the anime wrinkle on your forehead. Just like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm holding it.
I was fighting for my goddamn life.
I was singing room tone to myself to the tune of bacon pancakes. I was like, it's a room tone, frickin' room tone. It's a room tone. It's a room tone.
That might be the end of the credits.
Better be. Fucking better be, Dan.
Does Killsphere have that setting where they'll only charge up to 80% to prolong the life of the battery?
It's, yeah, sometimes. It's very frustrating. But Riley did literally just
I
make
literally
that joke
just did that
earlier.
bit.
I'm sorry.
That was literally what I was doing.
I was coughing while you were doing that bit. I'm so
Beautiful.
sorry.
We are trapped in a time loop, except it's two people telling the same joke over and over.
Riley,
Literally, I just described that.
I was coughing while you were doing that, so I didn't hear you. But when I make a joke later, you can also do that joke, just to even things
I
out.
probably will have already done it. That's the thing.
Do you know what's worse about that? Is you've probably already done it as well. So.
How many times does this happen, Commander? Who knows? A dozen, 100, could be more.
I love this energy so much.